The shower scene in Psycho, the knife never touched the body at all. It was just this fast cutting from one thing to another, the knife coming at the camera and so forth. Actually, the property people at the studio made me a lovely torso with pink rubber, and it was all tubed inside with blood. So that if you took a knife and stabbed this rubber torso, blood would spurt out immediately. But I never used it. It was all unnecessary because the cutting of the knife, girl's face and the feet and everything was so rapid that there were 78 separate pieces of film in 45 seconds.
The shower scene in Psycho is not just famous for its narrative shot, but for its emotional intensity achieved primarily through rapid, disorienting cuts. The editing's sharp, uneven rhythm mirrors the violence, heightening the terror. Tomasini's control of timing through fast, jarring jump cuts between close-ups of Marian's face, the knife, and the water slowing down the drain pulls the viewer into the visceral horror. The sequence of shots create an emotional fragmentation, a sensation of panic that matches Marian's helplessness. The result, a strong sense of dread that lingers long after the scene's end, showing how emotion leads the editing process.
Thank you, sir. All right, see you later. Thanks.
What are you doing? You leaving your car?
The Copacabana sequence is a marvel of cinematic flow, featuring one long unbroken tracking shot that follows Henry Hill through the winding back corridors of the club. Schumacher's refusal to cut here serves an emotional purpose. It draws us into Henry's world of glamour and power. The camera's fluid movement mirrors the ease with which Henry navigates the criminal underworld, and the lack of cuts allows the tension to build subtly, giving the scene a sense of inevitability. The setting, the crowded kitchen, the whispers of the staff, the flashy interiors comes alive through the smoothness of the shot. By choosing line-take editing over rapid cuts, Schumacher placed the audience in Henry's shoes, making us feel the seductive pull of his lifestyle in real.
What are you doing?
What?
What are you doing?
Construction.
I have something that's called the rule of six. Frequently, you can't do all of these 6 things at the same time. And my suggestion is that you look at these 6 things and start jettisoning things overboard. It's like throw things off from the bottom up. And the top criteria was emotion, which is very difficult to quantify or qualify even. How does this transition from one shot to another make you feel? You have to keep your fingers on that emotional pulse as an editor and not really ever let it go.
The Overdose scene in Pulp Fiction is a masterclass in using editing to create anxiety. Minky uses disconnected editing to reflect the character's emotional chaos, with rapid cuts between Mia's lifeless body, Vincent's panic, and Lence's frantic preparation. These reaction shots are timed to increase tension. Each cut builds toward the adrenaline shot that saves Mia's life. The cutting back and forth between these different parts of the action breaks up the narrative, confusing the viewer and increasing the intensity of the moment.
And say something.
Something.
Minky's expert pacing, alternating between quick cuts and longer, more extended moments, mirrors the character's changing emotions, making us feel the desperation and urgency of the scene as if we were there. The dream sequences in the Big Lebowski go beyond typical editing, drawing the audience into a strange, colorful world that reflects the dude's subconscious. Cook uses associative editing, where unrelated images are placed together to create meaning, to give the scenes a dreamlike flow. The playful, non-linear editing mirrors the dude's confusion, while the unusual, often funny visual adds to the surreal feeling. The tone of these scenes is one of the confusion and humor, made stronger by Cook's skillful use of slow motion and sudden cuts that keeps the audience off balance. The editing doesn't just tell a story, it creates a sense of disorientation and fun, capturing the film's chaotic spirit. In the pulse-pounding car chase from the French Connection, Greenberg's editing creates a sense of escalating chaos and danger, using consistent cutting to keep the spatial relationship between the speeding cars and their surrounding clear. But it's the emotional intensity of the scene that grabs us. The handheld camera, combined with active cross-cutting between shots of the driver and the oncoming obstacles, heightens the tension, making us feel as if we are in the car, racing through the street. Each cut to pedestrians or other vehicles adds layers of danger, raising the stakes. Greenberg's careful pacing controls the viewer's emotional experience, using editing not just to show the action, but to make us feel its life or death urgency. Editors should put seemingly unrelated images together in order to create a certain feeling or idea. They evoke emotion and meaning out of shots that sometimes individually wouldn't have them. How do you want the audience to feel? If they are feeling what you want them to feel, you've done about as much as you can ever do. What they finally remember is not the editing, not the camera work, not the performances, not even the story. It's how they felt. That's my list of the most iconic movie scenes where editing took center stage. What's yours? Share your favorite scenes in the comment, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure you like and subscribe to my channel.